Hey mathematicians, let's talk about comparing fractions. You can see I've got a whole bunch of examples of fractions here, all wholes compared to this one whole that I've got at the top. We can see that 2 halves is the same as 1 whole. 3/3 is the same as 1 whole. 4/4, 1 whole. 5/5, 1 whole. 6/6, 1 whole. When we've got those full fractions, we always know that it is equal, the same as 1 whole. One tricky thing about fractions to get our head around sometimes is understanding that the smaller the denominator, the bigger the fraction. That 2 on the bottom there is way smaller than the denominator down here of the 6. But 1/6 is way smaller than 1/2. So the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. The smaller the denominator, the bigger the fraction. That's as we're comparing them against each other. It's like a big puzzle here with all of these fractions, and I can add a few even smaller ones down the bottom. You can see how 1/12 is way smaller than 1/2. We can see that, well, 1/5 is bigger than 1/6. That fits with the rule that we talked about before, doesn't it? That the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Okay. So I wonder then if 2/4, well, it comes out as the same as 1/2. How interesting is that? What about, I wonder, what about 2/5? Would that be smaller than 2/4? Yeah, it is a little bit smaller than 2/4. There's so many different things that we could compare and look at here about how different fractions are bigger or smaller when there's multiple of them. 3/5 is bigger than 2/4. What about thirds? I wonder how that compares to sixths. Well, 1/3 is bigger than 1/6, but if we bring in a second sixth, 2/6 looks to be the same exactly as 1/3. Happy comparing.